Please wait a minute. My article number is 15. So, I'm going to read this. Crisis Manager Piyush Goyal, the Commerce Minister, find himself on the front line when the government is busy defending the US trade deal, which critics say in one-sided. On a moderately hot afternoon at Delhi's Vanijya Bhavan in 2025, journalists were eager to ask questions to the Commerce Minister about the fallout from the US unilateral imposition of 50% tariffs on India. Piyush Goyal is no stranger to such questions, reading the room with care. Mr. Goyal underlined that any trade deal India might secure would be anchored in principles of mutually beneficial, reciprocal, and equitable. But with the US tariffs, the mood was different in the country. For the government, the move coincided with the monsoon session of parliament, with the opposition pressing for an immediate statement in a session already marred by repeated disruptions, greeted with loud protest within hours of tariffs announcement. Mr. Goyal assured the House that the government was examining the situation and would safeguard national interest before leaving amid continued uproar. This was not the first time Mr. Goyal was caught in a storm. In 2018, during his tenure as the railway minister, Mr. Goyal faced protests from candidates who had concluded their apprenticeship training over the removal of their 20% quota. His convoy was targeted during demonstrations in Uttar Pradesh. Protests later subsided after he appealed to the protesters to apply for an ongoing recruitment drive was whose deadline was nearing. Son of Ved Prakash Goyal, a senior BJP leader and former minister for shipping and waterways, and Chandrakanta Goyal, Piyush, a chartered accountant by profession, commands significant confidence within the party. Multiple portfolios. Since 2017, Mr. Goyal has handled a range of portfolios including finance, corporate affairs, food and public distribution, and coal. Beyond his administrative roles, he has been one of the ruling party's principal political negotiators. Perhaps his long tenure in the party and the government, along with his commerce background, was among the factors that prompted the BJP to appoint Mr. Goyal finance minister in January 2019, days ahead of the interim budget. The decision followed then Finance Minister Arun Jaitley traveling to the US for medical treatment. The orders issued by Prime Minister Modi made it clear that Piyush Goyal would work under the guidance of Arun Jaitley and all important files would be disposed of and decisions taken only after consulting Arun Jaitley. Former, former Finance Secretary Subhash Chandra Garg wrote in his book, "We also make policy." Conventionally, no grand announcements are made during interim budgets in an election year. Breaking the convention, Mr. Goyal announced income support for farmers with the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi (PM Kisan) and an exception on paying IT tax for incomes up to 5 lakh. Since the announcement of the US trade deal, the government's crisis manager has the task of addressing farmers' concerns over the opening up of agriculture to the US. For the second time this decade, he has been entrusted with reassuring farmers that their interests have been adequately protected. For context, Mr. Goel was also part of the delegation that negotiated with protesting farmers seeking the repeal of the farm laws in 2020 and 2021. In November 2021, Prime Minister Modi announced that he would repeal the farm law. This time, the trade deal is being slammed by its critics as one-sided US President Donald Trump has said India would end buying oil from Russia, start buying American and open up sectors. Mr. Goel finds himself on the front line as the government seeks to defend the deal and calm nerves. Not a single farmer has anything to worry about. In the trade deal, Mr. Goel told The Hindu in a recent interview, but he also added he can't comment on Mr. Trump's remark that India would stop purchasing Russian oil. I don't deal with that subject. It is not part of my joint statement of the trade deal, he said in the interview. So I have completed my reading part and I am going to summarize this. Basically, this article focuses on the our Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal, and right now with the he asked for his questions that he's right now is our commerce minister, and before this announcement of the US India trade deal, he asked many times that what would be happen in the future regarding the tariffs under Donald Trump's 50% tariff, and also during the parliament session of monsoon. So he asked many times, but he did not answered at that time. So also he asked for his when he was railway minister, he faced protest from candidates who had apprenticeship training in the railway. There is an apprenticeship in the railway. If you did apprenticeship 1 year in the railway, okay, then you get 20% quota in the railway jobs for the group D level. So at that time in 2018, uh, the students protest for the apprenticeship, and he his convoy targeted during the ut- demonstration in Uttar Pradesh, and after he appealed that it will be continue and you can apply in the further applications. And also he is a son of Ved Prakash Goyal, who is a senior leader of BJP and former shipping and waterways minister. And also his mother name is Chandrakanta Goyal, and she is a chartered accountant by profession. And the Mr. Goyal works in a multiple portfolios like finance, food, corporate affairs, food and public distribution, and so he has a good experience in that. And also he is a for a while he was a finance minister, uh, he works as a finance minister when Arun Jaitley is not well, and he's went to the US for medical treatment. So he work as a finance minister but under the Arun Jaitley and with the support of the Arun Jaitley. And also he announced, but at that time he did not take any big decisions for India for the finance, but he make a decision with Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi, a Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana, and also paying tax up to 5 lakhs. And since the announcement of the US India trade deal, he said to the farmers and ensure that our farmers will not any harm, because in this trade we are not um, making deal with our the main products like the pulses and the dairy farm market and the other markets, as well as the soya beans and the many products which we produce for the world. And also we have a good quantity, that we cannot get more competitiveness in the market. And in this question, like we also said that the Donald Trump said that India will not buy any uh, crude oil anymore from the Russia, but he did not ask that we are making trade deals in the joint statement with the American Marco Rubio, I think. He said that we are focusing on the India trade deal, not with the buying and what we do, what we should do in with the Russia. It is our interest that we can buy or not. We only do for our what is better for the Indian people. So what he said, but he did not reply on that topic. But because right now India and American trade deal is on the bench, it's not finalized right now, so that's why he's not mentioning that at this time. But in future we will we reduce buying Russian oil from the Russia, because we are focuses on, and we will buy more energy from the Venezuela and the American. We will not stop that buying from the Russian oil. We will only reduce that amount of the oils and the energy. So this is all from my side for this article. So anyone is who wants to add some points in this article, they can.
Ram, are you interested? You go ahead. Okay, let me try. So the article is simple and clear. It is just trying to make us aware of how exactly the very role of PO square in the situation of in the form of the crisis manager, right, for Indian government. So now this article is touching about what's the current situation. Even though before to that of they have also pointed out his contribution, what how he started his journey as a chartered accountant by the profession. And it is also pointed out his father was also okay. He come from a legacy of the same political party with his father's side, and they have given the whole lot of information that how exactly since 2017 he's managing the diverse portfolio of the different department of the government, including the railways, finance, corporate food and public distribution. And one of the prominent element that can be pointed out from okay, when he was leading the finance domain, that was in 2019 when he was appointed finance minister, and delivered the interim budget, and which has also come up with one of the beautiful policy that we talks about the PM Kisan income support scheme for the farmer. This is somehow given the new dimension to thinking about the or bringing the new perspective of dealing the problem of the farmers. And if you're going to see the changes that exactly would have been addressed by this personality, that are really okay, mesmerizing one, right? Even the current time he is a frontliner defending a U.S. trade deal which has happened. Okay, and he was also the one of the prominent person who were reassuring everything that how exactly Indian farmers' positions should be kept on the table rather than letting it to be diluted. And he was also the mind person or a mind maker behind the law, that three reform law you guys would be familiar, right, which was brought on the table. And and he has done the negotiation at that time to whatever types of protest was coming from the farmer side. So he has gone one step backward in order to understand the situation, and ultimately the law was uh, taken back, and things have come up okay in this up to the mark. And during the even time as a railway minister in 2018, he has successfully negotiated multiple protests and everything what exactly was happening from the railway side. And he has tackled many more problems which were somehow coming. So article just trying to talk about his the grassroots and also challenges that exactly would have been coped up or tackled by this personality. That's how the article is touching the perspective.
Thank you for adding some points, Shatya. So, Ram sir, kindly manage this VC because I have some work.
Okay, okay, sure. So let me see who is the next participant after Farid. So the next participant is Shikha. Shikha, are you there? Hello, Shikha. Are you there?
Yes, I am here. Good
So
morning.
please read. Good morning. Please read one
Yes,
article.
I am not ready, but no word is there. So I want to read the article number 3.
Okay, go ahead. All the best.
Thank you. Jamaat will be a vigilant opposition, says its chief. Jamaat-e-Islami will serve as a vigilant opposition and hold the government of Bangladesh to account. Its leader, Shafiqul Rahman, said on Saturday in a statement. His remarks came a day after the largest Islamic party in Bangladesh alleged that the election process had inconsistencies and fabrications. After the 11 party alliance led by its own 77 seats in the national parliament. I know many of you are feeling hurt, deeply disappointed. This is natural. When you invest your heart in a cause, you feel its outcome deep. But let me say this clearly, your efforts were not in vain. With 77 seats, we have nearly quadrupled our parliamentary presence and become one of the strongest opposition blocs in modern Bangladesh politics, said Mr. Rahman. That is the foundation, he added. Stark contrast. Jamaat, Jamaat's electoral gains are in stark contrast with its past performances in the election in Bangladesh, as its highest score before this was in 1991, when it won 18 seats, likely because of the support that it received from the BNP. However, the 77 seats that the Islamist alliance won this time was below the expectation of the party. According to the sources in the party, Jamaat was hoping to cross the tally of 100 on Saturday. Mr. Rahman complained that the election was riddled with inconsistencies, alleging that there was a lack of transparency from the election commission. Mr. Rahman said political fortunes change, adding that in 2008 the BNP was reduced to 30 seats before returning to form government in 2026, a journey that took 18 years. We will serve as a vigilant, principled, and peaceful opposition and holding the government to account, he added. Sorry, that's all my reading part. I am going to something summarize it. That is, this is about the recent election in Bangladesh, and Bangladesh is our neighboring country, and it's everything also have an influence in our India also. So it is a great thing that is they in election after uh, after 90 it was on 8 I don't just 8 years, that is Jamati Islam, that is BNP also, that is promote win over the election with my party. I think party means that is they are singly they have conquered 2,212 states probably. I don't recall it, but there is also another party, Jamaat. They have owned 77 seats in the National Parliament of Bangladesh, and they are also expected more. They have expected more because, but that is the people of Bangladesh chose have chosen that is BNP, and who is Tariq Ahmed, I think, and he also um, born and brought up from America, and the support in background support is there, America, India, and for this reason there is something behind it, and they recently come in Dhaka and prepared for the election, and after all, and that it accepted the way in the first speech I listened. It is a great speech also, and um, and a young guy and full of ambition, expectation. So it is a great thing for any country, and so they can be do the actual thing for this for Bangladesh as well as their neighbor country India also. And because education education gives a lot, and so what the good thing, what the actual thing, what should be done, what should not be done, all can decide it at that time. But in a sense, that is an education. It is also that is whatever you say, which is not good for both the country. It is also done. So this time, what is the main thing? That is everybody expects that BNP has come other than Jamaat. So it is a great chance the relation between India and Bangladesh will be better. Now it is in a worse condition, and but India always try to do it in its favor because it is their interest. It is neighboring country should be in good relationship. Then any conflict should be avoided. And in this regard, Jamati is the second winner. The 77 states has been owned, and for this reason, they also it is it is a good thing that is it is I am already I quote it, that is it is emotional talks has been gone, and he also told that and motivate their followers, that is it is that is we are not that is we don't have on the first position for this reason, but we have acquired it 77 seats. It is um, not hurted, but deeply disappointed that it is natural. And they also told that, but it is 77 seats, but in the before 18 years, they have only 36. So they have increased their seats. It is a good sign. But he also encouraged his followers who has owned the seats in the parliament. They will they will be the vigilant opposition in the parliament, and also they can also tell that is they will uh, it is good decision for the benefit of the country. They will do it, and they will support it, and otherwise they will oppose it. That is, they have nothing to do, but they can do everything. This is also told in this article. And they will serve as a vigilant and principal peace operation, holding the government to account. He also added. This is a, and I think it is a great article recently, because their role also important, opposition party, and it is also expected. That is how BNP will continue in a good way their country from the worst condition. That is, they have no money. They are in great loan, and for this reason, it is also it is tough for Tariq to continue the Bangladesh country peacefully as a prime minister. And but there is also opposition leaders. They will be also create confusion, conflict with him. So it is a great challenge for Tariq, and uh, we can see. Otherwise, we have nothing to do. But expectation is the better relationship will be going on after Tariq has come. BNP has own. Sorry. Uh,
Okay, so thank you for explaining this article.
I have completed after.
Okay, is there anything you want to add, or you have completed it?
What?
Okay, you have explained it, right? Is there anything you want to add? Like, okay, so it was very. Am I audible to everyone? Hello?
Yes, you are audible, but low voice.
Carry on, Ram. You are audible.
Yeah, you are audible.
Hello,
Okay,
am I
now.
audible? Yeah. So, ma'am, it was a very beautiful explanation. Like the article is also good. Bangladesh is our neighbor, and they are having elections. And Jamaat-e-Islami is a political party which is in the opposition with 77 seats. And the leader of this political party, Rahman, not Rahman the kid, this is someone else, he has motivated his teammates, the members, by saying that although our efforts were not able to impact in such a way that we become a ruling party, yet we have a huge presence in the parliament, and we can make sure that our voice will be heard during policy making. So this is the article is all about. And you have chosen very beautiful article. And it is written from Dhaka. So it is more about like the people of Dhaka are telling more about themselves. But coming to the explanation, I have a little bit feedback. when you are explaining the article, follow a structure. If we follow a structure, it will be very helpful and very clear for others. For example, in the first part, you can talk about that what this article is all about. The second thing you can talk about who is Rahman and who is Jamia Islami, where Rahman was born, what is his connection with Bangladesh, what is Jamaat Islami. It is Islamic political party, secular political party, or communist political party. You can explain this thing in second part. In the third part, you can tell that what is written in the article. And the fourth, you can tell that what we can learn. Like India is a neighbor of Bangladesh and having democracy in Bangladesh will be beneficial. So you can divide the things in four parts. What will be the benefit of this? The repetition will not be there. For example, in the first portion, if we mention that the Jamia Islami can have their presence in policy making. In the last portion, we don't have to mention that they can raise questions here and there. So, because once a point is covered, will be covered. This is the beauty of structure, and this is a recommendation from my side that try to inculcate this thing. Okay, thank you. And anyone wants to add further points, they can.
Thank you, Ram. Practically, I read it. Not audible. Am I audible?
Yeah, yes, you are audible.
Yeah. Yes. Your feedback is great for me, and I also follow it. Yes, I am also not workable about the article, just seen it and read it. So I am something opposite, but I am not satisfied with my summarization. It is also the right thing. And you also guided me. It is a great thing. I will follow it.
Okay, thank you. And now moving forward with our next participants, it is Ram, Prabhakar, Shobha, Yuki, and Mahir. They will be the participants as per the list. And sorry, but we will not take any other participant other than these four. Okay, so now it's my turn. I have to read article number 22. So I'm going to read with that. Anyone wants to join with me? Satya or anyone, they can come forward.
Which one?
Okay, so I'm going the article number 22, the editorial number 22.
Oh, okay. UK, are you here? The very
Yes,
problem.
yeah, I am doing some work.
Okay. So I will read this one. Okay, yeah. So
I could help in the explanation part, but the very big problem with me is my background noise. I'm near closer to the highway and just okay, and that's going to be a problem.
So, plantation to compensate for deforestation will be done in Madhya Pradesh. The article is regarding deforestation and it is regarding Madhya Pradesh. And to cover up deforestation, there will be a plantation. So this article is all about that thing. Arunachal's Hydel project will impact on 23 lakh trees. Get experts panel note. Final environmental clearance only after in principle forest clearance. In principle forest clearance. The article is written by Nikhil Ganekar, New Delhi, February 14. An Environment Ministry experts panel has recommended clearance for construction of NHPG 1720 MU Kamral hydroelectric project in Arunachal Pradesh, which essential felling of 23 lakh trees. Experting Expressing concerns over the proposed felling of trees, the panel has stressed the need for a precise and well-managed action plan for ecosystem restoration. The compensatory afforestation for the project will be carried out in various parts of Madhya Pradesh as no degraded forest land was available in Arunachal Pradesh as part submission made to the panel by Arunachal Forest Department. The rupees 23,764.01 crore project, which will have a 216-meter high dam and 2,600 hectare reservoirs, in planned to harness the water of the Kamla River, a right bank tributary of Subansiri. The expert appraisal committee on River Valley and hydroelectric project has directed NHPC Limited, the project proponent, to obtain an in principle forest clearance before they had guaranteed the final environmental clearance. Ministry of EAC's January 28 to January 30 meeting show it is to be notified that final environment clearance is gathered by Environment Ministry after pursuit of recommendations submitted by different sectoral experts panels. The Ministry Forest Advisory Committee FAC will apprise the proposal to divert 3,000 hectares of the project. Tree felling on forest land is permitted only after two-stage forest diversion approval and it phases. Okay. The EAC expressed concerns regarding the proposed felling of trees in 23,000 nozzle. The project is located in a very dense forest area. The committee emphasized the needs for a precise and well-managed action plan for ecosystem restoration, including adequate migration and compulsory measures in consulting with state forest and wildlife department, ecology and wildlife expert, local public would be necessarily for consideration prior to grant of forest clearance of the project. The EAC recorded in the minutes for 2 meetings. So in the image, we are seeing the image of Arunachal Pradesh Kamla hydroelectric project. It is located in near China border, and there is a dam in that area. Okay, and it is 23,000 crore rupees project. It is the tributary of Subansiri River, that is Kamla River. Kamla River. On Kamla River, the dam will be there, and the Kamla River is the tributary of Subasri River, which itself is a tributary of Brahmaputra River. Okay. The Kamla hydroelectric project is one among a cascade of hydroelectric projects planned on Subasri River basin. The 2,000 megawatt Lower Subasri project at Geruka Mukh on the Assam Arunachal border is on the main stream of Subasri River and the downstream of the Kamla project. Even at the lower Subasri project was commissioned in December 2025 after several delays. The mandatory compensatory afforestation on 1 square kilometer is pending despite 6 reminders from the Union Environmental Ministry, the Indian Express, and reported in 4th of February. No mention of wildlife clearance. While recommending the environmental clearance, the EAC is silent on whether the project will require state wildlife clearance also. Prior to EAC January 2018 meeting, Assam-based environmentalist Bimal Gaoi had to it, pointing that that based on 2009 forest, any project upstream of the Liver Subasri is to consider the standing committee of the wildlife. The EAC I know any strong consideration regarding a price for wildlife clearance. On the 3,000 hectare of forest proposed for diversion, which is high conservation value, conservation value, 400 hectares classified as very dense forest, 1,000 of modern tiny forest, modern tiny dense forest, as per data collected from field survey in all seasons. A total number of 155 plant species belonging to 69 families were signed and recorded in the study area. These species include trees, shrubs, herbs, grasses, climbers, and ferns, and projects environmentalist impact assessment report statement. The compulsory afforestation in MP is proposed across Khargone, Gwalior, Dehar, Panna districts, among others. So this article is all about reforestation or afforestation, which will happen in Madhya Pradesh because of the deforestation happening in Arunachal Pradesh. So in short, there is a river Brahmaputra we all are aware of. This Brahmaputra has a tributary. The name of that tributary is Subansiri River. In that river, there is a project is going on. Another project is going on the tributary of Subandri River, that is Kamala River, and in that river there is a project going on, Kamala Hydroelectric Project. Now, to have this project, obviously we have to cut certain trees because when the dam is constructed, the water level rises and the trees got subdued. So what will happen? There is a law that if you are cutting one trees, you have to grow multiple trees on behalf of that. But we know Arunachal Pradesh is already the lungs of India. They already have too much forest. We can't grow any more trees on the top of that tree. So what we are doing, instead of growing the trees in Arunachal Pradesh, we are growing it in Madhya Pradesh. So this project is all about that. So before starting the construction, we have to do a certain level of afforestation in Madhya Pradesh. This is one point. But there is a criticism also. The criticism is, have you consulted the wildlife authorities? No, they haven't. They haven't ensured us that is there any wildlife species which will be endangered, which will be harmed? No, they haven't talked about that thing. And the second criticism is, will the trees and the 69 species which are going to fall, will that species can be grown in Madhya Pradesh? This is the two criticism of this project. Apart from it, this project also has some benefits that it provides electricity to the Arunachal Pradesh. It helps in the development of Arunachal Pradesh. It also provides us security from the Chinese aggression in the northeast region. So these are the benefit of this project, and environmental concerns are also there. And to deal with environmental concerns, we are talking about in principle forestation in Madhya Pradesh, which itself has multiple criticisms. So this is the article explanation from my side. And now I would like to invite you all to have a comment on this. Anyone wants to? UK sir, Swam?
UK sir, do you want to throw some comment? Hello, hello, am I audible?
No, you are not audible. You should rejoin. Go ahead.
Okay. Better now?
If you were not audible, how was I able to respond to you?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So the next participant is Prabhakar. Are you there? Okay, Swam, do
Yes.
you want to add something?
Yeah, so the article that exactly what have been read from your side is just making us aware of that how exactly 1720 megawatt Kamla hydroelectricity project in Arunachal Pradesh is in the process of establishment. And the article has touched about the multiple contexts, which is going to be the loopholes context in that. And in this process, if you're going to see that, okay, we are moving to spend nearly 23,000 crore, and there's a whole lot of stuff which are also mentioned about this one, that how it is going to be constructed in the a tributary of Subansiri River, and they have talked about the environmental impact, as how exactly it is going to going to create problem for the dense forest, where exactly 23 lakh or near about trees across 3,278 hectare is going to be come under the checks and control of deforestation. They also talks about the compensatory afforestation for cope up with the the degradation which is going to take place. So these are the some of the point, except that as already you have given the explanation related to that. So we can simply say the whenever the development take or comes, it comes with some cost, and the cost of this development is that degradation of the forest, natural resources, or the natural habitat. And every policy has SWOT analysis. In the same manner, this project is also having some good and some bad point. As the article talked about, is going to contribute for generating the electricity for fulfilling the need of the people. So in that specific region of Arunachal Pradesh. But things should be seen, not only from the perspective of I, but also the perspective of we. So we should always try to work in the domain so that we can minimize the very pace of degradation which is taking place. That might be said. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you for explaining, further explaining this article. Okay, now we are moving forward with our next participant, that is Prabhakar. Prabhakar, are you there?
Yeah, sir.
So which
Very good
article you are going to read?
Yeah, the article number 10, sir. I selected article
Okay,
number
go
10.
ahead. Okay.
Good morning to all of you. Today I'm very happy to be the part of this news Nexus session. And the article I'm going to read out is the article number that is 10. That is on center. That is on AI summit. That is going to be that is planned to be conducted in a very few days. That is, the center expects 15 outcomes from AI summit, says officials. So this is the heading of the article. Delegates from the 100 countries are expected. The event aims to become a platform not merely for discussion, but also for tangible outcomes and deliveries, says senior industry official. The government is aiming for at least 15 outcomes from the AI Impact Summit to be hosted in the national capital next week. A senior official in the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology has said. The summit expected to be one of the largest global gatherings on artificial intelligence. We'll see participation from more than 100 countries. Heads of states or government of Brazil, France, Spain, Greece, Estonia, Finland, Croatia, Switzerland, and Slovakia are among those expected. When we started planning the summit, we got a clear direction from our Honorable Prime Minister that this should not be only a talking shop wherein experts come and give gyan, that is deliver lectures on all the subjects and nothing happens. Abhishek Singh added. Abhishek Singh, Additional Secretary at MEITY, said on a video released by the Ministry this week. It was very clear that we have to come to tangible deliverables and outcomes, Mr. Singh said. The final deliverables will be announced at the summit, but there will be at least 15 concrete ones, Mr. Singh added. One confirmed outcome is India's entry into the US-led PAC Silica initiative, an alliance of like-minded countries aimed at building a resilient electronics supply chain. It remains unclear whether the outcome will lead to the formation of a multilateral body to deal with AI governance and ethics. MEITY Secretary S. Krishnan, in an interview with The Hindu, said, whether there will be another international body like the International Solar Alliance, I don't really know. We may not do it as a regular body. That would be in line with India's other multi-stakeholder approaches on AI so far. India's AI Safety Institute, a concept that many countries are adopting by either creating new institutes or designating existing research bodies, as AI SIS was launched as a virtual body of researchers from different Indian institutes of technology and other universities. The center has made arrangements to accommodate over 1.5 lakh visitors at Bharat Mandapam for the AI Summit, happening from February 16th to 2020. Officials indicated that attendance could match or even exceed the turnout recorded during the G20 Summit 2023 event. So they said summit passes had been oversubscribed and large crowds are expected. Traffic restrictions have been announced in areas around Bharat Mandapam. So this is all about my reading part of the article. So this is the article mainly describes the AI Summit being planned in the next week of this month by the Indian, that is by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, so in New Delhi. So in this summit, more than the delegates from more than 100 countries are expected. They are expecting, and also they aim that this becomes a platform, not merely a discussion, but also for tangible outcomes and deliverables. This is what the ministry officials clarified on this AI summit. So in a press briefing, okay, the government has mentioned that so at least 15 outcomes the government is expecting from this AI Impact Summit that is due to be conducted in the next week in the national capital. So this is clarified by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. So the summit expected to be, it is one of the largest global gatherings on the latest emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, with the participation from more than 100 countries. And also they briefed in the with the media people that so the heads of governments from Brazil, France, Spain, Greece, Estonia, Finland, Croatia, Switzerland, and Slovakia are among those expected for this summit. So, and also they mentioned clearly that when they started the planning for this summit, so they received the clear directions from our Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi that so whatever the summit that is planned to be organized, it should not be a talking shop. That is, it should not be limited to only just the discussions. So, and also not there is GAN in the sense, not only restricted to the theoretical discussions, but so here, so it is to be right. Some policies that has to be come out. That is what their main agenda behind this workshop. And also they mentioned that they clearly mentioned that so they're expecting tangible deliveries and outcomes. So they mainly they want to point that there is a shift from talk to action. So they're expecting tangible deliverables and outcomes, means they're expecting actions. Not only the talks from this summit. That is what the government officials clarified on this summit. And also, but they haven't made any clear announcement regarding what are the deliverables, the final deliverables they're expecting from the summit. But one thing mentioned that they're expecting at least 15 concrete the deliverables deliverables they're expecting from this summit. And out of those 15 concrete, there is a tangible. There is outcomes. They mentioned one confirmed outcome that so the India is going to be the part of US-led Pax Silica initiative, an alliance of like-minded countries aimed at building a resilient electronic supply chain. But they haven't cleared the outcomes will lead to the formation of a multilateral body to deal with AI governance and ethics, because India is planning to. There is of course they haven't cleared that, but so they mentioned that India is planning to form a multilateral body to deal with AI governance and ethics, but they haven't clarified much about this. That is the multilateral body. MIITY Secretary Krishnan in interview with the Hindu said, there will be another international body like International Solar Alliance, but he hasn't given any clarity. Like, I don't really know, but we have a plan like starting a new multilateral body like International Solar Alliance. He mentioned. And also he mentioned that it would be in line with the multi-stakeholder approaches as India followed in previous, that is, forming of previous, there is a multilateral previous bodies. So India's AI Safety Institute, it is a concept of, that many countries are adopting. So here they mentioned that, so it may there are two choices. So they may create a new institute or otherwise designating the existing research bodies as this that is AI safety body. So just they opened it for the discussion. So and also they mentioned that it was launched as a virtual body of researchers from different Indian institutes of technology and other universities. And also the center has made arrangements for accommodate over 1.5 lakh visitors at Bharat Mandapam for this summit to happen from February 16 to 20. So that is the summit is planned to is going to happen in the February from 16 to 20. And also the officials, they mentioned that so that is the turnout they're expecting might reach their expectation, or otherwise even it may exceed. That is, it may match the turnout that is recorded in the previous G20 summit that was conducted in the year 2023. And also regarding this passes and all, okay, just okay, they said that okay, the summit is receiving overwhelming response, and all the passes are oversubscribed, and the large crowds are they're expecting to be to attend for this there is to this summit. And also they mentioned because they are also expecting some traffic concerns also might be dealt with, because the large crowds are expected to be attended for this summit. So all those traffic restrictions and all those things will be announced in areas around the Bharat Mandapam. So this is what the Ministry of there is Electronics and Information Technology has given the media briefing that they want to organize it on a very large scale with a turnaround of around some 1.5 lakh visitors. To a plan, okay, there is to initiate a body to look after this artificial intelligence technology and all. So this is my summary. This is how I can summarize this article, sir. This is all about. It is done from my end.
Okay, thank you for explaining this article. And if anyone wants to talk about this article, please go ahead. You can also put any point you mention. The
Yes,
article is
Ram.
regarding
Am I audible?
yeah,
I don't know
yes,
whether I am
you
audible or not.
yes, you are audible.
Okay. So I will not take too much time, as Prabhakar has gone through the each and every nuances of the article. But why this article is very much important and this news is very much important, because this is unprecedented in the history of the any summit of the AI, right? On this large scale and this profundity of the AI summit this time around, which is happening in India. You can imagine the cumulative GDP of the people who are joining, because there are some individual and some head of state are also joining this particular summit, right? And if I tell you only about the Nvidia, by the way, I think CEO of the Nvidia is also joining this summit. So their market share is almost $5 trillion or even more than that. And our GDP size is, somewhere near $4 trillion. So you can imagine the impact of this AI summit, how broader it is. We must understand. But at the same time, we must also understand that it is time to work on the practical ground. You know, we have seen that the previously summit of the AI in Europe and in some other part of the world, they just go and just give the gyan, as the article is talking about. This time around, it's not only to the extent of giving the gyan only. Now it is time to implement the things on the practical ground related to artificial intelligence, because we know that incontrovertibly future is of artificial intelligence and the quantum computing, right? You must have heard during the colonial period that the one who rule the ocean will rule the world. But now I say that one who rule the AI or control the AI will rule the world. This is inevitable fact. You all may see eye to eye with me. But what is the problem, with the AI? I was reading one statement of the Elon Musk. He was saying there is, no bigger fear than AI for the humanity. We used to say that, the alien could be threat for the humanity, or the nuclear bomb could be the threat for the humanity. But this is not my word. This is the wording of the Elon Musk. Or he said that AI could literally detrimental for the existence of the humanity. I was reading one particular paper a few days back where AI, artificial intelligence, are developing their own social media platform where humans are not allowed to intervene in, which means that there could be the possibility of the AI to develop their own parallel world. You know, we cannot imagine for the time being, but this could be the reality in the future, where they can literally replace us from their own world and they can dictate us. We think that AI means just Chat GPT, Gemini, and DeepSeek. No, this is not at all. AI is way more beyond than our imaginations. So what I feel is this is the time for the world leader, for the giant to come together and to form some rule and regulation which are practical. We need to work on practical ground now. Literally, I'm talking from my from the deep of my heart. This is the need of the hour, and we need to come up with some stringent rules, regulation, which can be practically implemented on the ground, because we have seen that the AI summit in Paris, I guess in France, but there was no such fruitful outcome of that summit. But this time around, this is the biggest AI summit in the history of the AI that is going to happen in India. And I believe that definitely they will reach to some facile solution amicably in order to serve the humanity in a better way in accordance with the artificial intelligence. This is what I feel. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for explaining it. And with the quotation, we should watch the Terminator in the theater, not in the real world. We are moving with our next question. That is Shubha. Shubha, ma'am, are you there? Okay, she's not here, so come back to you, sir. So which article you are going to read? Hello, UK sir,
Yes,
it's
is
your
it my
turn.
turn now?
It's your turn now.
Okay. So I was just choosing that small article only because most of the articles are not that much interested. Uh, so this is article number 4. So could you please let me know whether it is done or not?
Which one?
Basically, this is a question corner. Four number 4.
Okay. Article number 4. No, it's not done.
Okay. So now I am going to start it. Basically, this is a question corner of the Hindu, I guess. So toddler trade off. So the question is, why don't all animals give birth to the same number of babies at a time? So N. Ramalakshmi. The answer is a combination of how many eggs are released or evaluated and species survival strategy. Many large mammal like elephant, cows, and humans usually release one egg per cycle and commit heavily to that one offspring. Pregnancy is long, the baby is relatively big, and the mother invests a lot of energy in nurturing it. Many dogs, cats, pigs, rodents, rabbits, etc. often release multiple eggs in one cycle. So, multiple embryos can develop at once. Their uterus is also built to carry several fetuses, and their newborn are smaller, the pregnancy is shorter, and the strategy is to produce many because not all will survive. Tigers occupy a middle ground. They typically have litters of up to 4 cubs because their survival in the wild is uncertain, yet they still invest a lot in each cub. They don't usually have larger litters like a dog because each cub is still costly to raise and needs a lot of milk and protection. So this is only this particular small question and answer corner. So there is nothing to understand, by the way, in this. So the question is that why all animals are not and do not produce the same number of babies, right? You must have seen that in dogs, rabbit, they produce a large number of babies compared to the cows and humans, right? And then we have observed in the tiger and some other animal, they produce the babies, but in a limited number, right? So why it is so? Because it depends on the evolution of the egg. If we talk about the human being, so they evaluated one egg per month in a one cycle, right? So when the egg evaluated from the ovary, that goes to the fallopian tube and then it meets with the sperm and makes the zygote, right? You must have heard about the placenta, which somehow implanted on the wall of the uterus, and then the zygote is formed, and it takes almost 9 months. It is a quite long period. In some other animals, it is less than 9 months. The austerity period I am talking about. Sorry, not austerity, that is gestation period. So, I mean, what the answer of this particular question is, why all animals do not produce the same number of baby? The simple answer is because the evolution of the egg is different in different animal. If we talk about the dog, they can evolute the multiple number of egg in one go. And if there are multiple number of eggs in one go, which means that the sperm that the female dog is getting, then she can, fuse those all eggs with the respective sperm that she is getting inside her uterus, right? And the multiple zygote can form in that particular case scenario. But the case is quite different when we compare like some other example that the article is talking about cows and humans and some other like elephant. So the evolution of the egg is one. So only one egg can meet with the sperm. So the possibility of there are some exception of it, like you must have heard about twins and all. That is the different thing, right? But we are talking about the general rule, right? So because one egg is meeting one sperm, so one zygote will form. Many eggs are meeting with many sperms, so there could be the possibility of the multiple zygotes could be formed in case of the other animal. So if you see in case of the human being, the gestation period is almost 9 to 10 months, which means that they invest a good amount of time for their babies. They invest quality amount of things for their babies, right? So investment is quite good and qualitative, not quantitative. But in case of the dogs and rabbits and some other animal who produce many babies, the survival of those is very less. I think this is the rule of the nature for them, and there could be some biological thing inside it, right? So because of the survival of all the babies very less, that's why they produce many in one go. This is a thing which nature has given to them, right? And they prefer quality over quantity. Sorry, not quantity over quality. I'm saying it wrong. Quantity over quality, right? Because the survival of all those is very less. But in case of the third category, when we talk about the tiger, and they are giving some other example, I guess, as well. So they choose the middle path. I mean, the nature has given them the middle path because they also have to work on the survival as well as the protection. So if they go with the many, so there could be the fear of the protection and survival. So that's why they are in that middle path, little more than the human being, but lesser than the dogs and rabbits. So they go for this particular middle path. So it depends ultimately on the number of eggs a female is producing, whether it is on the human or in any other animal being. So that's the answer. That's why there is the different number of baby in different species, particularly related to the egg. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for this. And I want to mention 2 points of 2 different lines or rhymes which we can see in human society and these toddlers. So you must have seen that in 20th century, the population of human was very rising in both Germany and France, across the world. And you also see this thing that the disease, world war, plague were also there at that time. So whenever the survival will be concerned, when we are dying in the warfare, when we are having a lot of diseases, you will find human society also started multiple children. But when the education comes, for example, in Europe, South Korea, etc., you will find the population is decreasing. So educated people become prioritize the one child or two child. And you can't also mention this. I think that a one educated child is more powerful than thousands of uneducated children. And he compares with the, am I not audible?
Ye- Okay, I think he's joining. He's facing some network issue. So if anybody want to add something in relation to this particular question answer corner, so you guys can do it. Yes, Ram, are you back? So you can carry forward, Ram.
Hello, am I audible now?
Your voice still seems to be breaking. I don't know whether it is only for me or for other as well.
Am I audible?
If you're dealing
Yes.
with the No worry, I can lead the session here. No, I can keep it forward. Okay.
Okay. So
You can,
next
yeah, you
part
can.
is
Ram, I think you have still network issue because your voice tends to be breaking. Yes, Satya, you can carry forward.
Okay. So we are done with the previous participant, and here the lady. Sorry, I'm not quite sure about that. So Mahir, are you interested to be the part of the?
Yes, sir, it's my first time. I choose
Okay.
third second article. Let me try to read on this paper.
Okay. Which article is going to be heard from your side?
The second article, the Jamaat will be a
Is he audible for you
practice.
guys?
I'm not able, sir.
Might be we are facing some types of network issue. I'm going. What about me? Am I audible properly?
Yeah, you are audible properly, sir.
Okay, please
I
start your
hear you
article.
clearly.
You said article number. Which article?
Second article here is written by number third, but second article.
Okay, okay, okay. Please come with your reading one.
Okay, the article heading: the Jamaat will be a valiant opponent, says its chief. Kajol Bhattacharjee, Dhaka. Jamaat Islami will serve as a
This article, we are done with this article part, sir. You can choose any another one.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I choose the 19 number article. The Pakistan have a term card in
Okay.
Osman. India have a plan. This article is done.
Yeah, yeah. You can follow. Yeah, please.
Okay, okay. So Pakistan have a term card in Osman. India have a plan. Um, okay, India's bowler were seen passing mid o- mid delivery to help batsmen prepare for Pakistan underdogs bowlers. The article written by An Ankar Krishna, Colombo, 2014. At the okay, the first uh, practice nets thinking the Primadasa Stadium scored some something particular and fall on Saturday afternoon. Surya Kumar Yadav ran into ball then stopped mid stop strike strike frozen or high before landing the ball. So they can and they
Here, your voice is not at all audible. There is a lot of there is breaks and all. Just once check the signal, right? Okay.
it's not good. Can the day you can
Mr. Mahirji, you're not clearly audible. Would like to rejoin if you okay, if it's possible. Try to rejoin, sir. Your voice is not touching us clearly, so might be you're facing network issue. Mahirji, is he audible for you, Mr. UK Ram Scarlett?
No, I think he's not in the VC.
Okay. No worry, no worry. So I think the last participant is not present in the PC anymore.
May I complete that article? What the article he was reading?
I
Yeah,
don't
sure.
think that the man was done with the reading part.
What?
You guys, sir,
No,
you
he's
can
not
just
completed. He's not completed. Article number 19 was the part of his reading, if I'm not right.
no, UK sir
So,
wants to complete and he can like you can read this article.
okay. Thank you. Am I audible clearly? By the way, let me
Yeah,
know.
you're
Because
audible.
I don't know why it is happening today.
He's back. He's back. Let me check
Okay, then
if
let
he's
him
audible.
go. Yes.
Hey, Mahir, is he?
Mahir, open your
Hello,
mic.
sir. My network is okay now. I think it's really horrible. I'm right.
Yeah, no worry. You can start from the place where he has stopped.
Okay, let me try. Really hard to read. Okay. This is how you prepare for the unpredictable in an India Pakistan World Cup encounter when Pakistan captain Salman Aja named Tariq as their trump card. India's coaching staff don't just take note; they reconstituted the thread in their own nets. Sometimes there is a question in the exam that's out of syllabus. Surya Kumar explained with characteristic claim. We don't leave that question unanswered. We have to try something, adopt our own way. Yes, he is a different character when he comes to ball, but we can't just surrender to him. The metaphor captures India's approach perfectly. Okay, for 18 months, this battle lines demolish opponents with ruthless efficiency. Now, on show tickets at Primadasa, they have looked uh, strictly human, even the rhythm that one seems automatic has recovered consequence effect to re- reduce cover. Prima doesn't forgive. One boundary uh, measures 84 yards. The other 74. The pitch is already won. The same surface where Australian power hitters submitted, chasing a modest 117 against Zimbabwe. Batsmen didn't utilize two centuries here. They didn't adapt, survive. This creates fascinating technical chase. Bat first and you must drive the power score to average on a slow pitch and you sank into quick and misjudging what's achievable for what's ideal. Chase and you face the opponent challenge heavy lifting uh, during the power play when the ball is new and field the constructs apply potentially against Pakistan's verified spin attack. Spin reaches. Spin dominates both teams, singing as Wasim Akram's and Shivam Dubey look granted in the pitch next. The challenge comes immediately from Varun Chakraborty, Washington Sundar, Akshay Patel, and Kuldeep Yadav, replacing the uh, Varun, the varsity Pakistan plays like India's X Factor bowling arsenal. Are okay. Pakistan broadcast their own weapons of unpredictability. The team select uh, re- rebels compound the in intricate. Abhishek Sharma returns from illness to replace uh, Sanju Samson at the top. But the bowling competitions, that's where head coach Gautam Gambhir faced genuine the Delhi Mars playing. Okay, both Kuldeep and Washington means dropping Rinku Singh, choosing between Bumrah, Arshdeep, and Siraj. All quality options becomes an excessive in sacrifice rather than preference. It's very difficult to decode which fast bowlers to play. How many fast bowlers and spinners? Surya Kumar admit the history to refresh Singh. Even for a team with India's depth, the conditions create no easy answer. The strategy crystallizes around one phrase, the power play. India plan to attack with both bat and ball during those opening overs. The openers have been instructed to trust their instructions, but with a critical crave, lost wicket in crucial as they don't as they did at Wankhede and Kolkata, and recovering movement becomes nearly impossible on those surfaces. For the bowler, early success could effectively end the contest. before in truly begins. Strike in the power play and Pakistan's mid-overs must rebuild against a spin on a pitch, offering a natural assistance. It's a knockout uh, punch. Hurt aggressively. India will hunt aggressively, yet unpredictability lurks everywhere. Okay, match up dominate modern T20 participations, but bowling changes would uh, some able the script. Rain hunters to alert conditions meet council. Pakistan spin options, including this predictive pressure and release, present varieties that definitely need categorizations. Surya Kumar he first the Asia Cup, then similar conditions on a biggest ground. The modern specific combinations. This is also a bigger ground, but the wicket should be better. We notice struggling India's will display similar tactics with state adjustments. Contest matters in, immensely here. India have dominate Pakistan in World Cup. In con- in countries throughout history, um, only one Pakistani victory marks an otherwise overwhelming record. The weight of the history combined with the strikes of knockout cricket transform technical decisions into uh, pressure land come bills. When Abhishek Sharma work to the next Saturday will recovery from his illness. He joined a battalion preparing for examinations under the Harshit sports light. The questions won't be from the style. The questions won't be from the syllabus. Some will arrive with a pressure meet actions. This parading, timing and testing preparations. India's response meticulous oh my god, meticulates adaptive yet confidence struggles. They have studied for this exam carefully. However, their answer proved current professor will deliver on Sunday in an India-Pakistan World Cup match. Nothing more else. India's venues Pakistan 7 a.m. on One's live on Geo, Hotstar and Star Sports networks. Really, it's hard process. So I answered. So I understand that the match is difficult for India team because we already see that here written like the what happened with the Australia team. They also lost against Zimbabwe, and and India not playing here. And I noticed that Pakistan already play in Sri Lanka 2 matches. India arrived first time, so obviously India face a lot of difficulties. The match will be tough for them, but they will win the match. But there are all items that it's not easy. Like the bowler is Usman may play a vital role for Pakistan and makes a lot of trouble for India. Like it will be a very hard match for India cricket team because they are not stay in same ground. They make travel. They are also like they have suddenly visit in Sri Lanka. So that really the match will be so much tough because uh, they are making a travel. But Pakistan team didn't travel. They are staying same down. So obviously, travel journey they already did. That will also the player will also maybe suffer because of that issue and the weather conditions. They are in a different weather conditions. They are in India. The weather conditions are not same, and they are also say that the rain will happen. If the rain will happen, so what will happen in the match? So I don't know what will be happen. So really, I mean, this time part Indian is the disadvantage because of the venue, because they are not in playing same venue. But Pakistan have advantage because they are in a same venue. They already played 2 games in same playground, I think. So that is why. And the bowler Osman play here crucial roles for Pakistan. The camp card already written on article. So India also have a plan. So I think India will win again, though it will hurt for them. Will they are better team. So that's all about this article.
Okay, thank you. And this was the article regarding Indian cricket team. Usman, a Pakistani bowler, is a very great bowler, and he will create a challenge for Indian team. So this article is all about. This editorial is all about. So anyone wants to add any point? They can. Okay, so we are ending this news Nexus session. So thank you for joining, and those who have taken part in this article and the editorial sessions, please write 2 vocabs which you find very unique. It can be afforestation. It can be anything like trump card. This is a very unique term. What trump card means? Anything you can write about any unique word which you find in the article. So with that, we are ending this article session, and there are many more beautiful articles like the 6 stanzas of Vande Mataram, which talk about uh, Goddess Saraswati, Durga, Kali, and the 2 stanzas which talk about Bharat Mata. You can read more about it, that why the 2 stanzas were appointed, what was the role of Bankim Chandra Chatterjee in India's freedom struggle, etc. So the articles, there are multiple articles, and you can still go and read on your own. So thank you. So Siddhi ma'am, please turn off the recording and restart it. Hello, are you there?